Success is never handed to those who wait. It belongs to those who push themselves when no one is watching, who choose effort over comfort, and who turn struggle into power. Every great achievement starts with one decision: to do the hard work today, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's exhausting, even when it feels impossible. This book is your guide to mastering that choice. It will show you how to kill distractions, build focus, develop mental strength, and create habits that turn small daily efforts into massive results. It will teach you how to embrace challenges, face pain, and transform setbacks into fuel for growth. Imagine the life you want: freedom, confidence, respect, and success. Every page of this book is designed to give you the tools to earn it. Not tomorrow, not someday, but starting now. The path ahead is not easy. It requires discipline, persistence, and courage. But the rewards are real, lasting, and life-changing. If you commit, if you act, if you force yourself to push beyond limits, you will discover a power inside you that will shape the future you've always dreamed of. This is a journey of doing what others won't, enduring what others avoid, and achieving what most only dream of. Your future is waiting, and it begins with the hard work you do today. Chapter 1: Why Hard Work Matters. Listen closely, because this truth can change your life. Nothing great has ever been built without hard work. Every success story you admire has a background filled with pain, sweat, and effort. The people you look up to, whether they are athletes, business leaders, artists, or scientists, all went through years of struggle that no one claps for. And that's the first lesson. Hard work is invisible at first, but it's the foundation of everything visible later. Think about a house. You don't see the cement on the ground, but without it, the house would fall. Hard work is the cement of your future. It's the boring, painful, repeated actions that no one sees, but everyone admires when the results finally appear. Now imagine this. You wake up early, tired. Maybe you don't feel like studying or exercising or grinding on your goals. You feel that pull to stay comfortable. But the moment you force yourself to act, to do the thing you don't want to do, you step into the path that most people avoid. And that is why most people stay average. Because average people choose comfort, but the extraordinary choose struggle. Capture this thought. If life is a game, then hard work is the cheat code. It doesn't matter if you're not the smartest, the richest, or the most talented. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work. Hard work turns an ordinary person into someone unstoppable. Think of someone like Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, he has talent, but what separates him is his insane work ethic. While others party, he trains. While others sleep, he recovers, eats right, and focuses. That's why millions admire him. Not because he was gifted alone, but because he forced himself to put in the work when it was hard. Now let's flip it on you. Imagine two versions of yourself standing side by side. One version always avoids the hard things, sleeping more, scrolling, wasting hours, doing the easy tasks. The other version forces himself to push through, studies when tired, trains when sore, works when others quit. Which version do you think wins in life after 5 years? It's obvious. The one who embraces hard work builds a life others can only dream of. Hard work matters because it is the only path to freedom. If you don't work hard, you will always depend on someone else. You will live under the rules, decisions, and limits of others. But when you put in the work, when you sacrifice, when you sweat, you gain control. You gain options. You gain respect. Imagine you want to climb a mountain. From the bottom, it looks impossible. The easy path is to stay down where it's safe and comfortable. But here's the truth. At the top of the mountain is the view everyone wants, yet few are willing to climb for. Hard work is the climb. It's the sore muscles, the long hours, the struggles. But when you reach the top, the view makes every step worth it. Understand this. Success is not magic. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or being lucky. It's about showing up every single day, especially when you don't want to. It's about building a habit of pushing through resistance. It's about saying to yourself, I will do what others don't, so I can live how others can't. Think of history. Every great inventor, leader, or creator had to suffer through endless hard work before they became known. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. Imagine failing over and over, but refusing to quit. That's the power of hard work. It keeps you moving forward until success has no choice but to arrive. And here's the most powerful part. Hard work builds your character. It shapes your identity. It turns you into someone who trusts themselves. When you know you can suffer through the hard times, nothing scares you anymore. Hard work gives you confidence because you've already proven to yourself that you can handle pain, failure, and discomfort. So why does hard work matter? Because it separates the dreamers from the doers. Because it transforms weakness into strength. Because it builds a future you can be proud of. And because the life you want, the respect, the freedom, the success, will not come to you unless you earn it. Remember this every day. Hard work is not punishment. It is preparation. The pain you feel today is the power you will carry tomorrow. The struggle you face is the price you pay for a better life. And the more you force yourself to do the hard things now, the easier life becomes later. So stop waiting. Stop searching for shortcuts. The answer is already in front of you. Do the hard work. Force yourself. Because the future belongs to those who choose to grind today. Chapter 2. The Battle with Comfort. You need to understand this truth. Your biggest enemy is not other people. It's not the world outside. It's not even failure. Your biggest enemy is comfort. Comfort is soft. It feels good. It feels safe. It whispers in your ear, telling you to relax, to take it easy, to avoid pain. And your brain loves it, because your brain is built to protect you from discomfort. It wants the easiest path, the shortest road, the softest bed. But here's the problem. Comfort keeps you weak. Capture this in your mind. Comfort is like a warm bed on a cold morning. It feels so good to stay in the blanket, but the longer you stay, the more life outside passes you by. Opportunities move, dreams fade, time disappears. And all because you listen to the sweet voice of comfort instead of the strong voice of growth. Imagine this. You have a test tomorrow, but you don't feel like studying. Comfort tells you, don't worry, you'll be fine. So you grab your phone, scroll, laugh, waste hours. Then the next day, you sit in front of the paper, empty, unprepared, and stressed. Comfort betrayed you. It gave you pleasure in the moment, but pain in the future. Now imagine another version. You feel the same tiredness, the same pull to avoid studying. But you say, no, I'll push through. You sit down, you open the book, and you start. At first it's hard. Your brain resists, but after a while, you get into flow. The next day, you walk into the test confident, calm, and prepared. That's the difference. Comfort steals from you, but struggle rewards you. Think of working out. Your body doesn't want to sweat, to feel the burn, to be sore. Comfort says, stay home, relax, don't push yourself. But growth hides behind pain. Every drop of sweat, every rep, every push against resistance builds muscle, strength, and confidence. If you always choose comfort, you will always stay weak. But if you embrace the struggle, your body transforms. Now, let's look at building a project. Maybe you want to start a business, write a book, or create something meaningful. At first, comfort will fight you. It will tell you, wait until you feel ready. Do it tomorrow. Rest a little more. But tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next month. And suddenly a year passes and nothing has changed. Comfort tricks you into wasting your life. You see, comfort is not harmless. Comfort is a thief. It steals your time, your dreams, your energy, your potential. It is a silent killer of ambition. And the sad part is, most people don't even realize they're losing the battle, because comfort feels so good in the moment. Capture this thought. Growth never lives in comfort. A seed doesn't grow without breaking through the hard soil. A diamond isn't formed without pressure. A body isn't strengthened without resistance. And a person isn't transformed without struggle. Everything valuable in life comes from leaving comfort behind. Now, let's talk about your brain. Your brain is designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. That's why it pushes you toward comfort. It's not because you are lazy or weak. It's because your brain is protecting you. But you are not just your brain. You have willpower. You can reprogram yourself to see comfort as a trap it is. Think of it like this. Comfort is a slow death. Struggle is the fast growth. Every time you choose comfort, you delay your future. Every time you choose struggle, you bring your future closer. So, how do you win the battle with comfort? You win by awareness, by catching the moment when comfort whispers in your ear, by noticing when you are about to give in to laziness, distraction, or excuses, and then by making a harder choice, the uncomfortable choice. Imagine this. You're lying on your bed, scrolling your phone. You know you should be working on your goals. At that moment, you pause and you ask yourself, is this comfort helping me or is it stealing from me? And if the answer is stealing, you get up, you act, you push. That's how you break comfort's grip. At first, it feels painful. But here's the secret. Pain becomes strength. The more you train yourself to step out of comfort, the stronger you get. Soon, what felt impossible will feel normal, and comfort will lose its power over you. The battle with comfort is a daily battle. Every morning when the alarm rings, every time you feel tired, every time you are tempted by distraction, you are at war. And each choice you make decides your future. Will you choose the short pleasure of comfort or the long reward of growth? Understand this. Comfort never gives you the life you want. It only gives you the life you settle for. But struggle, hard work, pain, these are the bridges to the life of freedom, strength, and success. So, my friend, don't run from discomfort. Seek it. Don't hide from the struggle. Embrace it, because the battle with comfort is the battle for your future. And if you win this battle, you win everything. Comfort has another trick. It disguises itself as rest. It tells you, you deserve a break. You've done enough. Take it easy. And sometimes, yes, rest is important. But most of the time, it's not real rest. It's escape. It's you avoiding the work you know you need to do. It's you hiding from the struggle that would make you stronger. Think of this like food. Too much sugar tastes good, but it makes you sick in the long run. Comfort is the sugar of life. It feels sweet now, but it poisons your future. Struggle, on the other hand, is like healthy food. It may taste bitter in the moment, but it nourishes you, it fuels you, it builds you. Capture this picture in your head. A person sits on the couch every day, watching TV, eating snacks, scrolling endlessly. Years pass. Their body grows weak. Their mind grows dull. Their confidence disappears. All because they surrendered to comfort. Now picture another person. They wake up. They train even when tired. They study even when bored. They build even when no one claps for them. After years, they are strong, skilled, respected, free. What's the difference? Only one thing: how they treated comfort. Comfort is like quicksand. The more you stay in it, the deeper you sink. The more you give in, the harder it is to escape. But struggle is like climbing. It's hard at first. Your hands hurt, your muscles shake. But every pull upward gets you closer to freedom. Now let's be real. You will never completely destroy comfort. It will always exist. It will always try to pull you back. But you can win by choosing discomfort more often than you choose ease. You don't have to win every battle, but you must win most of them. That is enough to transform your life. Here's a simple method. When you face a choice between two paths, the easy one and the hard one, pause and ask yourself, which path will make me grow? The answer is almost always the hard one, and that is the path you must take. Over time, this question will rewire your brain to seek growth instead of comfort. Let me give you an example. You're at the gym lifting weights. You've done 10 reps. Your arms are burning and you want to stop. Comfort says, that's enough. You've already done well. But growth lives in those last painful reps. If you push through, if you do 2 or 3 more, that's when the muscle truly grows. The moment you want to stop is the exact moment you must continue. Or imagine you're studying. After 30 minutes, your brain feels tired and you want to check your phone. Comfort says, just 5 minutes, just a quick break. But you know what happens next. 5 minutes becomes 30, 30 becomes 2 hours, and the work is left undone. Instead, if you push past that moment, if you continue for another half hour, you enter focus, you enter flow, and the knowledge sticks. That's the battle you must fight every single day. Here's the truth. The easy path makes life hard. The hard path makes life easy. Comfort feels good now, but it creates suffering later. Struggle feels painful now, but it creates freedom later. It's like paying a price. Either you pay it now with discipline, or you pay it later with regret. So think of comfort as a test. Every time you feel lazy, every time you feel like quitting, every time you want to choose the soft option, that's the test of your life. And if you pass it, even once, you grow stronger. If you keep passing it, you transform. Let me leave you with this thought. Every champion, every master, every great person you admire has lost many battles, but they won the war against comfort. They chose to live in discomfort until growth became their nature, and that is why they stand above the rest. So, the next time comfort calls you, stop. Remember that it is not your friend, it is your enemy. And tell yourself this: I will not let comfort steal my future. I choose the struggle. I choose growth. I choose to fight. Because the battle with comfort is not just about today. It is about who you become tomorrow. Chapter 3, Discipline over Motivation. You've heard people say, I'll start when I feel motivated. But here's the truth. If you wait for motivation, you'll wait forever. Motivation is like the weather. It changes every day. Some mornings you wake up inspired, ready to work, full of energy. But most mornings you don't. And if you rely on that feeling, you'll never be consistent, you'll never finish, and you'll never grow. Capture this in your mind. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is a fire. A spark can start something, but without discipline, the flame dies quickly. That's why so many people quit after the first week of going to the gym, or after writing 2 pages of their book, or after starting a new habit. They were motivated at first, but they had no discipline to keep going. Discipline means you show up whether you feel like it or not. Discipline means you do the work even when you are tired, bored, or uninspired. Discipline means you keep your promises to yourself. It is not about feelings, it is about commitment. And once you understand this, you will never need to depend on motivation again. Imagine a soldier in training. He doesn't wake up at 4 a.m. because he feels like it. He wakes up because discipline demands it. And through that discipline, his body gets stronger, his mind gets sharper, and his will becomes unbreakable. Now imagine if he only trained on days he felt motivated. He would never be ready for battle. Life is the same. If you only show up on motivated days, you'll never be ready for the battles of life. Think of discipline as a muscle. Every time you push yourself to do something you don't want to do, you make it stronger. At first, it feels heavy, painful, almost impossible. But the more you train it, the easier it becomes. And one day, what once felt impossible will feel natural. Here's the secret. Small daily habits are the training ground of discipline. You don't need to do massive things every day. You just need to stay consistent with small actions. Wake up at the same time. Study for 30 minutes. Exercise for 20 minutes. Read a few pages of a book. These actions look small, but over time, they build a giant wall of discipline that nothing can break. Imagine you are brushing your teeth. You don't do it because you feel motivated. You do it because it's discipline, it's habit. You don't even think about it anymore. It's automatic. Now imagine if you could make your studying, your training, your work habits as automatic as brushing your teeth. That's the power of discipline. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Motivation asks, do I feel like it today? Discipline says, it doesn't matter how I feel, I will do it anyway. Now, let's use an example. Imagine 2 students preparing for an exam. The first one studies only when he feels motivated. Some days he works hard, other days he does nothing. His results are average because his effort is inconsistent. The second student, however, studies every day for 1 hour, no matter what. Even when he is tired, even when he is distracted, even when he doesn't feel like it, he shows up. Who do you think performs better in the exam? The disciplined one. Not because he studied more in 1 day, but because he studied every day. Discipline is consistency, and consistency always wins. It's like drops of water hitting a rock. 1 drop means nothing, but thousands of drops, over time, carve through stone. That's what discipline does to your life. It carves through obstacles and shapes your future. Now, let's talk about emotions. Some people think discipline means being emotionless, but that's not true. Discipline is about mastering your emotions, not ignoring them. You may feel lazy, but discipline tells you to act anyway. You may feel tired, but discipline pushes you to take one more step. You may feel uninspired, but discipline reminds you that action creates inspiration, not the other way around. Capture this truth. You don't need to feel good to do good. You just need to do it, and the feeling will follow later. When you start running, it feels hard at first, but after a few minutes, your energy rises. When you start studying, your brain resists, but after 20 minutes, focus kicks in. Discipline is the bridge between starting and finishing. Think about the gym again. If you only go when motivated, you'll go maybe once a week. But if you discipline yourself to go 3 times a week, no matter what, even if you are tired, even if it rains, even if you don't feel like it, you will transform your body, not because of motivation, but because of discipline. Here's another example. Writers don't finish books because they're always inspired. They finish because they write every day, even when the words don't flow. Discipline creates progress, and progress creates motivation. That's the cycle most people don't understand. So, how do you build discipline? Start small. Pick one habit you want to keep, and do it every single day. No excuses. Wake up at a set time. Exercise for a few minutes. Read a page of a book. Do it daily until it becomes automatic. Once it's natural, add another habit. Slowly, discipline becomes your identity. Discipline is not about perfection. You will fail, you will miss days, you will feel weak. But the key is to always return, to never let failure stop you. Discipline is about persistence, not perfection. Remember this, motivation is like a guest. It visits sometimes and leaves quickly. But discipline is like a loyal friend. It stays with you for life. And when you master discipline, you no longer need to wait for feelings to push you forward. You create your own push. So stop waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect day, the perfect spark. That day may never come. Instead, build a habit of showing up every day, whether you feel like it or not. Because motivation might start the journey, but only discipline will carry you to the finish line. Here's the thing about discipline. It doesn't just help you reach goals. It changes who you are. Every time you force yourself to do something hard, you're not only finishing a task, you're building identity. You're telling yourself, I am the type of person who shows up. I am the type of person who doesn't quit. And over time, that belief becomes part of you. Imagine this. You wake up early for 30 days straight, even when it's tough. At first, it feels painful. But after a while, you don't argue with yourself anymore. You don't debate in your mind whether you'll wake up or not. You just do it, because discipline has replaced the fight. You no longer rely on mood, you rely on habit. This is the beauty of discipline. It makes hard things easier because they become automatic. Think of a professional athlete. They don't train only when they feel like it. Training is part of who they are. Their body and mind are wired to show up no matter what. That's why they're champions. Not because of talent alone, but because their discipline is stronger than their excuses. Now, let's talk about excuses. Excuses are the weapons of laziness. Your brain will tell you, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I'll start next week. And here's the dangerous part. Excuses sound reasonable. They trick you into believing them. But discipline doesn't listen to excuses. Discipline says, I will do it anyway. Imagine this. You had a long day at school or work. You're tired. Your body wants a rest. Comfort tells you to lay down and waste time. But discipline whispers, do the work. Just one more step, just one more page, just one more rep. If you listen to discipline, you push forward. And that one step separates you from the millions who quit when it's hard. Discipline also creates freedom. This sounds strange because discipline feels strict, like rules and limits. But the truth is, discipline gives you control over your life. When you have discipline, you're not a slave to your moods, your laziness, or your distractions. You live on your terms, not on the terms of your feelings. And that's true freedom. Capture this thought. A person without discipline is like a ship without a captain, drifting wherever the waves take it. But a person with discipline is a captain. They steer their ship even when the storm hits. And eventually, they reach the destination they set for themselves. Now, here's something powerful. Discipline multiplies results. One disciplined action leads to another. If you wake up early, you're more likely to exercise. If you exercise, you're more likely to eat healthy. If you eat healthy, you're more likely to have energy for studying or working. One choice creates momentum for the next. This is how discipline builds a strong, unstoppable lifestyle. Think about successful people you admire. Do you think they are motivated every single day? Of course not. They face the same laziness, the same doubts, the same tiredness you face. The only difference is they don't listen to those feelings. They act anyway. That's discipline. So, how do you practice it daily? Here's a simple method. Start with promises you can keep. If you say you'll wake up at 6 a.m., wake up. If you say you'll work out for 20 minutes, work out. If you say you'll study for an hour, study. Keep your own word. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-trust. And the more you trust yourself, the stronger your discipline becomes. Discipline is also about patience. Motivation looks for quick results. Discipline understands that great things take time. When you are disciplined, you don't need to see results tomorrow. You trust the process. You keep showing up day after day, knowing that the harvest will come if you keep planting seeds. Think of a farmer. He doesn't plant seeds and expect a tree the next day. He waters, he waits, he cares, he protects. Day after day, he works without seeing results. But then one day, the tree grows, the fruit comes, and he is rewarded. That's discipline. Working without immediate reward, trusting that results will come. Now imagine applying this to your own life. Studying every day, even when you don't feel like it. Training consistently, even when you're tired. Working on your goals daily, even without applause. At first, it feels small, maybe useless. But over weeks, months, years, your life completely transforms. Discipline creates results that motivation can never touch. So remember this. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation gets you started. Discipline gets you finished. Motivation is about feelings. Discipline is about action. Motivation fades when life gets tough. Discipline grows stronger in the storm. If you want to win in life, stop chasing motivation. Build discipline. And when you do, you'll never have to wait for the right feeling again, because you'll already be in motion. Chapter 4, Building Mental Strength. Mental strength is not something you are born with. It is something you build, brick by brick, day by day. Think of your mind like a muscle in the gym. The more you challenge it, the stronger it gets. The less you use it, the weaker it becomes. You can be physically strong, but mentally weak. And that weakness will hold you back from everything you want. Life is not only about how much you can lift in the gym. It is about how much you can carry in your mind without breaking. Mental strength is what keeps you moving when everything tells you to quit. Let's start with self-talk. What you say to yourself matters more than what others say to you. If you tell yourself, "I can't do this," your brain will believe it. If you tell yourself, "I will keep trying till I win," your brain will also believe it. You must learn to be your own coach, not your own enemy. Imagine this. Two people start running on the same road. One says, "I'm tired, this is too much." The other says, "I'm tired, but every step makes me stronger." Who do you think will reach the finish line? The answer is simple. Your self-talk decides your strength. Another part of mental strength is focus. Your mind is like a flashlight. If you spread the light everywhere, it becomes weak and unfocused. If you point it at one spot, it becomes powerful. That is why people who can focus deeply achieve more than people who keep jumping from one thing to another. Ask yourself, how much time do you waste because you are distracted? Scrolling through your phone, jumping between tasks, thinking of 10 things at once but finishing none. Focus means choosing one thing and giving it your full energy. And when you master focus, your results multiply. But the true test of mental strength is resilience. Resilience means how fast you bounce back after falling. Failure is not the end. Failure is a test. When you fail, you're given two choices. Stay down and cry about it, or stand up and say, that wasn't the end, that was just practice. Think about this. Every great person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. Athletes lose games before they win championships. Entrepreneurs lose money before they build empires. Writers get rejected before they publish bestsellers. The only difference between them and people who quit is resilience. Now let's connect it back to you. When life gets hard, how do you respond? Do you shut down and give up? Or do you see the challenge as a chance to grow? Mental strength means staying calm in storms. It means not letting emotions control your decisions. It means knowing that pain today builds a stronger tomorrow. Here's a capture you can use. Imagine yourself climbing a mountain. The air gets thinner, your legs burn, and every step hurts. You look up and see the top is still far away. Your brain whispers, go back. It's safer. But if you keep going, step by step, you will see something that only the strong see, the view from the top. And once you reach that view, you understand why the struggle was worth it. Another example. Think of a boxer in the ring. He gets punched, he falls, but he gets back up again and again. That is resilience. Mental strength is not about never falling. It is about never staying down. Building mental strength also means training your mind every day. You don't wait for hard times to practice. You train now so you are ready when the storm comes. Do small hard things daily. Wake up early. Take cold showers. Do the workout even when you feel lazy. Study when your brain wants to rest. These are small battles that prepare you for big wars. Self-talk, focus, and resilience are your tools. Use them to shape your character. Every time you talk to yourself with power, you grow. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you grow. Every time you bounce back after failure, you grow. Mental strength is not about being perfect. It is about refusing to quit. It is about understanding that your mind will try to trick you into staying weak. And your job is to say no. Your job is to fight back. Your job is to build the unbreakable version of yourself. So ask yourself now, what kind of person do you want to be? The one who gives up when life gets hard? Or the one who keeps pushing no matter what? The choice is yours. And every choice builds your strength or your weakness. Build your strength today, because one day life will test you. And on that day, you must be ready to say, I am stronger than this. Mental strength also comes from controlling your emotions. When you get angry, when you get frustrated, when you feel fear, your emotions try to take control. But the strong person knows how to pause, breathe, and think before reacting. Because every reaction builds your future. If you always react with anger, you destroy relationships. If you always react with fear, you miss opportunities. But if you learn to stay calm, you make better choices, even in chaos. Imagine you're driving a car in heavy rain. The road is slippery. The storm is loud. If you panic and turn the wheel too fast, you crash. If you stay calm, keep your focus, and control the car slowly, you survive. That is exactly what happens in life. Panic makes you weak. Calm makes you strong. Another key to mental strength is patience. Most people fail not because they are weak, but because they are impatient. They want results today. They want success tomorrow. But greatness takes time. A seed does not become a tree in one day. It needs water, care, and months of growth. Your mind is the same. You must water it with daily effort and give it time to grow. Think of someone learning a new language. If they quit after 1 week, they stay the same forever. If they push through the hard months, one day they wake up fluent. Patience is strength. Impatience is weakness. Also, mental strength is choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. Your brain loves instant rewards, like eating junk food, scrolling on social media, or staying in bed. But mental strength means saying no to easy pleasure and yes to hard growth. It means eating healthy even when fast food is tempting. It means studying now for freedom later. It means training your body today for health tomorrow. Every time you choose long-term growth over short-term comfort, your mental strength grows. Here's a capture. Imagine two roads. One is smooth, easy, and full of pleasure. The other is rocky, hard, and full of struggle. Most people take the easy road and end up in a dead end. The strong take the hard road and end up in a castle at the top of the mountain. Mental strength is choosing the hard road. Now let's talk about courage. Mental strength is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward even when you are afraid. Fear will never disappear completely. You will always feel fear when facing something new. But courage is doing it anyway. If you wait for fear to vanish, you will wait forever. If you act despite fear, you build a mind that cannot be shaken. Picture this. A student is afraid to speak in front of the class. If they stay silent, the fear grows stronger. If they speak once, their fear weakens. If they keep speaking, one day the fear disappears. That is how courage builds mental strength, by taking action while afraid. Another important piece is adaptability. Life will never go as planned. Sometimes things break. Sometimes people leave. Sometimes opportunities vanish. Weak minds collapse when plans fail. Strong minds adapt, adjust, and move forward. They say, if plan A fails, I'll make plan B, plan C, or plan Z. Nothing stops them because they bend but never break. Think of a tree in the storm. A stiff, unbending tree breaks. A flexible tree bends with the wind and survives. Adaptability is the secret to survival. If you can adjust, nothing can destroy you. Finally, mental strength grows from gratitude. When you focus on what you don't have, your mind feels weak and empty. When you focus on what you already have, your mind feels full and strong. Gratitude gives you perspective. It reminds you that even in hard times, you are blessed in some way. And this positive perspective gives you the strength to keep fighting. Imagine this. Two people lose their jobs. One says, I am finished. I have nothing. The other says, this is hard, but I still have my health, my skills, and a chance to rebuild. Who do you think will rise again? Gratitude is not about ignoring pain. It is about remembering your power even in pain. So now you see, mental strength is built with self-talk, focus, resilience, calmness, patience, courage, adaptability, and gratitude. It is not one skill. It is many habits working together. And every day you train these habits, your mind becomes stronger. You cannot control what life throws at you, but you can control how strong you stand against it. So I ask you again, when life knocks you down, will you stay down? When fear whispers in your ear, will you obey it? When distractions tempt you, will you fall for them? Or will you rise, fight, focus, and push through every obstacle? The answer depends on your choice today. Build mental strength now, so nothing can break you later. Chapter 5, Small Wins, Big Growth. Listen carefully, because this chapter can change the way you approach life. Big success doesn't happen overnight. It is not about one massive effort, one lucky break, or one perfect day. Big success comes from small wins, repeated consistently over time. Think of your life like a snowball on a hill. At first, the ball is tiny. It feels like nothing is happening. You push a little, and it barely moves. But day after day, push after push, the ball grows bigger and bigger. Eventually, it becomes unstoppable. That's the power of small wins. Every tiny effort compounds into massive growth. Imagine this. You decide to read just 10 pages of a book every day. It doesn't feel like much, right? But in 1 month, you've read 300 pages. In a year, thousands of pages, and your knowledge is transformed. Small actions build up, and your life changes without you even realizing it at first. Consistency is the secret ingredient. Doing something hard once is impressive. Doing it twice is better. Doing it every day is unstoppable. The world rewards those who keep showing up, not those who wait for inspiration or the perfect moment. Here's an example from sports. A basketball player practices free throws for just 15 minutes every day. At first, it feels boring. He misses shots, he feels frustrated, he wants to quit, but he keeps showing up. Day after day, month after month, he improves. One day, when the game is on the line, he makes every shot. It wasn't magic. It was small, Consistent practice that built mastery. Now let's talk about work or study. Imagine writing a single paragraph every day. At first, it seems tiny, but after a year, you've written hundreds of pages. Your skills improve, your confidence grows, and suddenly writing feels natural. Small wins create momentum, and momentum creates unstoppable progress. Think about your habits. Every time you wake up early, every time you choose to exercise, every time you do something difficult you didn't feel like doing, you win a small victory. These victories might seem invisible at first. No one notices, maybe not even you, but inside, your mind and body are growing stronger. Every small win compounds, shaping the person you become. Let's capture this with money. If you save $1 every day, it doesn't seem like much. But if you keep saving and invest it wisely, in 10 years, you will have a fortune. The same principle applies to skills, habits, and personal growth. Tiny, consistent actions create results far beyond what you imagine. Another example is fitness. Doing 10 push-ups each day feels insignificant. Doing it for a week, a month, a year, it builds strength, endurance, and discipline. Small steps add up, and eventually, you achieve what used to seem impossible. Here's the key: don't underestimate the little things. Success is not always about giant leaps. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that small efforts add up. Even when you don't see immediate results, keep pushing. The compound effect works quietly, invisibly behind the scenes. And one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Imagine planting seeds in a garden. One seed alone doesn't grow a tree. Water it, give it sunlight, care for it daily. Weeks pass, and still nothing seems to happen. But if you keep tending the garden, one day you'll have a full tree, full of fruit. Your small, consistent actions of the water, the sunlight, and the care. Small wins also build confidence. Every time you accomplish something, even a tiny thing, you prove to yourself that you can. Your brain starts expecting success, not failure. And when you expect success, you take bigger actions, face harder challenges, and grow faster. Now imagine this. You exercise for just 10 minutes a day. You write 1 page a day. You study 1 problem a day. At first, it feels slow. At first, it feels insignificant. But after months, your mind and body have transformed. That's the magic of small wins. That's how giants are built. Consistency also beats motivation. You don't need to feel like it every day. You just need to show up. Even on tired days, even on distracted days, even on days when nothing seems to work, do the small thing anyway. That small action is a win. Multiply it daily, and you become unstoppable. Remember this principle. Massive results are never the result of one giant effort. They are the result of tiny, smart, consistent efforts repeated day after day. The compound effect rewards patience and persistence. It rewards those who never give up, who do the small, hard things when others rest. Here's a challenge for you. Pick one small action that matters for your goal. Do it every day, no excuses. Track it, celebrate it, and don't underestimate it. Over time, you'll be amazed at the results. Small wins lead to confidence, experience, strength, and finally, massive growth. So, my friend, start today. Do the small, hard thing, even if it feels useless. Do it consistently and trust the process. The person you'll become in a year, 5 years, or 10 years will thank you. Big growth comes from small wins, and every day you choose to win, you grow stronger, smarter, and closer to your dreams. Another important idea is patience combined with action. Small wins may not feel exciting at first. You push yourself a little each day, and sometimes nothing seems to change. But trust me, change is happening under the surface. Your mind, your habits, and your skills are growing quietly, slowly, like roots under the soil. One day, suddenly, everything shifts, and you see the growth clearly. Let's use an example. A musician practices scales for 15 minutes every day. It feels boring. It feels small. But after months, their fingers move easily. Their ear becomes sharper, and suddenly they play complex songs effortlessly. Small, consistent effort built massive skill. Here's another way to see it. Success compounds like interest in a bank account. Every small effort earns interest in skill, confidence, and progress. And over time, the total becomes much larger than any single action could achieve. This is why people who do little things consistently beat those who do big things randomly. Small wins also protect against failure. When you do tiny hard actions daily, setbacks don't stop you. Even if you fail in one area, you have other wins building momentum. Momentum is your shield. It keeps you moving forward even when life pushes back. Think about writing a book. You write a paragraph every day. Some days it feels meaningless. Some days you delete it and start again. But every paragraph is a win. Eventually, you have pages, then chapters, then a full book. Small wins make the impossible possible. Finally, celebrate the wins, no matter how small. Every time you complete a tiny action, recognize it. It builds confidence, energy, and motivation for the next action. Small victories create a chain reaction. One small win leads to another, and before you know it, you are unstoppable. So remember, big growth doesn't require giant actions. It requires small wins, repeated every day. It requires patience, consistency, and trust in the process. Do the little hard things now, every day, and your future self will be powerful, skilled, and unstoppable. Big growth comes from small wins, and every day you choose to win, you grow stronger, smarter, and closer to your dreams. Chapter 6. Turning Pain into Power. Pain is part of life. It comes to everyone. No one is exempt. You will face struggles, disappointments, failures, and challenges. The difference between people who succeed and people who give up is how they handle pain. Pain can destroy you if you let it. It can make you bitter, lazy, or afraid to try again. Or it can become your fuel, your teacher, your power. The harder the challenge, the stronger you become if you choose to learn from it. Imagine this. A person falls while running a marathon. They feel pain in their legs. Their body wants to stop. They can give up, quit, and go home. Or they can push forward, step by step, using the pain as a signal that they are growing stronger. Pain is a message. You are being tested. Keep going. The mind is very powerful. How you interpret pain determines whether it breaks you or builds you. Suffering can make you a victim, or it can make you a warrior. The choice is yours. Think of a blacksmith. He puts metal in the fire, hammers it, bends it, smashes it. The metal is weak at first. The fire and hammer cause damage. But with each strike, the metal becomes stronger, sharper, unbreakable. Your pain works the same way. Challenges are the hammer. Struggles are the fire. You can let them weaken you, or you can let them forge you into something stronger. Another example is a person learning a new skill. At first, everything feels hard. Mistakes, failures, confusion, they hurt your pride. But if you continue, the pain teaches you lessons. You learn faster, you adapt, and eventually you master what once seemed impossible. The struggle itself builds character. Here's a powerful idea. Every difficulty contains an opportunity. Every failure hides a lesson. Every heartbreak hides a chance to grow. If you look closely, you will see that pain is not meaningless. It is a guide. It points you toward growth, resilience, and strength. Imagine a weightlifter. Every rep is hard, sometimes almost unbearable. If the weight is too easy, they don't grow. If the weight is heavy and causes struggle, they become stronger. Life works the same way. Challenges that feel impossible are exactly what you need to grow into your potential. Mental pain is just as powerful. Rejection, criticism, failure, disappointment, these hurt. But you can choose to see them differently. Instead of thinking, I am weak, I can't do this, think, this is a lesson, this is fuel, this is making me stronger. Change your perspective, and the same pain becomes a source of power. Let's use an example from sports again. A runner trains for months, then loses a big race. The pain is heavy, the loss stings. But if they analyze, adjust, and train harder, the loss becomes their motivation. It pushes them to improve, to become faster, stronger, better. Pain transformed into power. Another form of turning pain into strength is emotional struggle. Imagine losing someone you love or failing in a relationship. It hurts deeply. You can choose to stay in sadness or anger, or you can use the experience to understand yourself better, to become more resilient, more patient, and more compassionate. The deeper the pain, the stronger the growth if you allow it. Here's a capture for you. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. You cannot avoid life's challenges, but you can control how you react. When you take responsibility for your pain, you turn it into power. Every challenge becomes a chance to grow, every struggle a lesson to learn. Imagine life as a mountain. Every obstacle is a steep slope, every difficulty a rock on the path. You can curse the mountain and stay at the bottom, or you can climb, step by step, using the rocks as support, using the steepness to strengthen your legs and your heart. The climb is hard, but the view at the top is worth every struggle. Even small struggles matter. Not all pain is massive. Daily disappointments, small failures, minor setbacks. If you handle them correctly, they build your mental and emotional strength. The daily practice of overcoming small challenges prepares you for the bigger ones. Another key is self-talk during pain. When suffering hits, your mind may say, "I can't do this. This is unfair. I am weak." Stop and reframe it. "This is hard, but I will grow. This will make me stronger. I can overcome it." Your words shape your reality. Train your mind to see pain as a teacher, not an enemy. Here's an example from history. Many famous inventors, athletes, and leaders faced immense failures. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected multiple times before publishing Harry Potter. Their pain didn't stop them. It made them stronger. Physical pain works the same way. A boxer trains until their body aches, until their hands bleed. Every punch, every bruise, every hard day builds strength and endurance. Life struggles are the same, mental, emotional, or physical. They strengthen you if you face them instead of running. Another tool is reflection. After every struggle, take a moment to think, what did I learn? How can this make me stronger? How can I use this experience to improve? Pain without reflection is wasted. Pain with reflection is power in disguise. And finally, remember this: the harder the challenge, the greater the growth. Easy life does not build champions. Comfort does not build leaders. Pain, struggle, and hard work are the building blocks of greatness. The stronger your pain, the stronger your character, your mind, and your life. So when life hits you with difficulties, don't hide, don't complain, don't quit. Step forward. Face the challenge. Learn from the struggle. Let pain forge you into a stronger, wiser, unstoppable version of yourself. Every obstacle is fuel. Every hardship is training. Every failure is a lesson. Turn pain into power, and nothing in life will ever break you. Let's talk about personal struggles, the kind that hit deep inside. Losing a loved one, facing betrayal, or failing in something you work hard for. These moments feel unbearable. But these are the moments that define you. They teach you resilience, patience, and courage. They show you how strong you really are, even when it doesn't feel like it. Imagine a young athlete who dreams of competing in the Olympics. They train every day, push their body to limits, face injuries, and lose competitions. Every loss hurts. Every injury feels unfair. Most would quit, but those who succeed use the pain as fuel. Every setback teaches them something new, strengthens their mind, and prepares them for the moment when they finally win. Pain became their power, their teacher, and their guide. Now think about someone learning a difficult skill like coding, painting, or playing an instrument. At first, mistakes feel frustrating. Hours of work can feel wasted. Your brain screams, "Give up." But each mistake teaches you. Every error is feedback, guiding you to do better. If you embrace the struggle, you grow faster than anyone who avoids pain. Here's another idea. Failure is temporary. Strength is permanent. When you fail, it stings. You may feel weak, embarrassed, or lost. But if you keep going, you turn that failure into a stepping stone. Every step after failure builds confidence, skill, and courage. Pain is temporary. Strength lasts forever. Imagine climbing a steep mountain in a storm. Wind at your face, your legs ache, and your body wants to collapse. Every step is painful. But the higher you climb, the more your body adapts, Your lungs get stronger, your heart grows, and your mind sharpens. By the time you reach the top, you are transformed. The pain was not an obstacle. It was the tool that built your strength. Emotional pain works the same way. Heartbreak, rejection, criticism, they hurt deeply. Most people run away from it, numb themselves, or blame others. But if you face the pain, reflect on it, and learn from it, you become more resilient. You develop empathy, patience, and emotional intelligence. You grow in ways comfort could never teach you. Let's use an example from history. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. The pain, injustice, and hardship were unimaginable, but he used it to grow stronger, to build patience, and to shape his vision for a free South Africa. His suffering became power, and it changed the world. Even small, everyday challenges or opportunities, a difficult conversation, a tough assignment, or a personal disappointment. These moments are mini tests. They prepare you for bigger challenges. The more you embrace small struggles, the stronger your mind and character become. Strength is built in small, repeated battles, not just the giant ones. Here's a simple exercise. When something painful happens, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How will this make me stronger? How can I use this to grow? Turn every painful moment into a lesson and every lesson into action. This is a path to turning pain into power. Think about your daily life. Every time you face difficulty and push through, you grow. Every time you choose effort over comfort, growth over laziness, strength over fear, you are building your character. Your struggles are not your enemy. They are your allies. They are shaping you into someone unstoppable. Now, imagine looking back 1 year from now. Every struggle you faced, every challenge you overcame, every time you refused to quit, these moments have transformed you. You are stronger, wiser, more resilient. The pain that once hurt you becomes a story of your power. Here's the final truth. Life will always be hard. Challenges will come, pain will strike, and failure will visit. But you have a choice. You can let it break you, or you can let it forge you. Every struggle can either weaken you or make you unbreakable. The choice is yours, and every time you choose growth, you turn pain into power. So, next time life hits you, remember this. The harder the struggle, the stronger you will become. Embrace the pain. Learn from it. Grow from it. Turn every obstacle into fuel, every wound into wisdom, and every hardship into strength. Do this, and nothing in life will ever have the power to stop you. Chapter 7. Kill distractions, build focus. Distractions are everywhere. Your phone buzzes, social media scrolls endlessly, notifications scream for attention. The world is designed to steal your focus. If you don't fight, you will drift through life, wasting hours, days, and even years without progress. Focus is your superpower. Without it, hard work becomes impossible. With it, you can achieve more in a few hours than most do in weeks. The first step is recognizing your distractions. Know what steals your time and energy. Social media, games, unnecessary apps, endless videos, even people. Anything that pulls you away from your goals is a thief of your success. Imagine this. You sit down to study or work, but your phone is nearby. One notification, one scroll, and an hour disappears. Your mind is now scattered, your energy wasted, your focus gone. Distractions rob you not only of time, but of your mental strength. Every distraction makes the next one easy to fall into. Breaking them is essential. The second step is creating your environment. Your surroundings shape your mind. If your room is messy, your focus is messy. If your phone is beside you, your attention is divided. If your space is filled with noise, your brain struggles to concentrate. Control your environment, and you control your focus. Here's an example. Imagine a writer trying to finish a chapter. They keep checking messages, browsing the internet, or looking around the room. The chapter never gets done. Now imagine the same writer in a quiet room, phone on silent, desk clear, with only the notebook in front of them. The words flow. Focus becomes natural. Distractions fade away because the environment supports your work. Another tool is time blocking. Decide when you will work and when you will rest. Set strict boundaries. During work periods, no phone, no social media, no excuses. Even 30 minutes of focused work can produce more than 3 hours of distracted effort. Your brain works best when it knows it can concentrate fully for a set time. Imagine a student studying for an exam. They set 50-minute blocks of pure focus, with short break after each block. No phone, no chat, no multitasking. The focus is intense, the progress visible, the confidence growing. Distractions are defeated because the mind is trained to work deeply. Another key is single tasking. Your brain cannot truly multitask. Switching between tasks reduces efficiency, wastes energy, and builds mental fatigue. Pick one thing, give it your full attention, finish it, and then move to the next. This habit alone can transform your productivity. Let's talk about social media. It's a trap. It tricks your brain with instant gratification, likes, and dopamine. Every minute scrolling is a minute stolen from your goals. Delete apps that waste your time. Turn off notifications. Reserve social media for specific times. If at all, your focus is more valuable than any post or video. Physical environment matters too. Clear your workspace. Have only what you need. A clean desk signals your brain that it is time to work. Noise-canceling headphones or calm music can block distractions. Your environment should support focus, not fight it. Mental discipline is the next layer. Even in a perfect environment, your mind will wander. This is normal. When it happens, gently bring your attention back. Like a muscle, focus grows stronger with training. Every time you redirect your mind, you build mental strength. Another strategy is small rituals. Start work with the same steps each time. Make a cup of coffee, clear your desk, write your top 3 goals for the session. Rituals train your brain to switch into focus mode automatically. Soon, starting work becomes effortless because your mind is prepared to concentrate. Avoid multitasking in life as well. Checking email while watching videos, studying while chatting, this weakens focus. Train yourself to do one thing at a time. Deep focus is built from single-minded effort repeated daily. Discipline beats motivation in this battle. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you on track. Even when you don't feel like it, sit down and work. Remove distractions first, then act. Your results compound when you train focus consistently. Here's an example from famous people. Warren Buffett spends most of his day reading, thinking, and focusing. Mark Zuckerberg blocks out distractions to code or build projects. Elite athletes train their focus like their bodies, shutting out noise and temptation. Success is rarely about talent alone. It is about the ability to focus deeply for long periods. Another tip, set clear goals. Distractions are easier to resist when you know what you're aiming for. If you don't have a target, any distraction feels exciting. When you know your destination, every distraction looks like a waste, and your focus becomes a shield protecting your progress. Even small actions matter. Decide to check your phone only once every 2 hours. Decide to clear your workspace daily. Decide to finish one task completely before starting another. Small steps build unstoppable focus over time. Finally, remember this. Focus is a skill, not a talent. It can be trained, strengthened, and perfected. The more you practice removing distractions, the easier deep work becomes. Every time you resist a temptation, your mind becomes stronger. Every time you concentrate fully, your results multiply. Imagine your future self. They have mastered focus, ignored distractions, and achieved their goals. That life is possible if you start today, if you take control of your environment, your habits, and your attention. Distractions will always exist, but your power to focus can be unbreakable. Kill distractions. Train your mind. Build focus. And watch your life transform, because deep work produces results that no random effort can match. Distractions are not just external. They are also inside your mind. Worries, daydreams, fear, and self-doubt constantly pull your attention away from the work that matters. To build focus, you must train your mind to notice these distractions and let them pass without acting on them. Think of your thoughts like clouds in the sky. You don't need to chase every cloud. Just let them float by and keep your eyes on the goal. Imagine a student trying to study while thinking about friends, games, or social media. Every wandering thought steals concentration. But if the student practices returning attention to the task, their focus grows stronger every day. This is mental discipline. It is like lifting weights for your brain. Every time you resist a distraction, your focus muscle becomes more powerful. One powerful exercise is the focus timer. Pick a task and set a timer for 25 or 50 minutes. During that time, do nothing else. No phone, no multitasking, no checking messages. At first, your mind will fight. You will feel restless and tempted to quit. That is normal. Keep returning to the task. By the end of the session, you will be amazed at how much you accomplished. Another method is removing temptation completely. If your phone is your biggest distraction, put it in another room. If the internet steals your attention, use apps to block it. Create an environment where focus is easier than distraction. Your brain will naturally choose the path of least resistance. Make the hard work the easier choice, and your results will multiply. Let's talk about habits. Focus is not built in one session. It is built over time. Daily routines shape your ability to concentrate. Wake up at the same time. Start work immediately. Follow a ritual to prepare your mind. These routines train your brain to enter focus mode effortlessly. Over time, concentration becomes natural. Distractions become easier to resist because your mind expects focus. Here's an example from the business world. Elon Musk spends hours in deep focus every day, working on one problem at a time. He schedules his day in 5-minute blocks to reduce wasted time. This intense focus allows him to achieve more in a single day than most do in a week. You don't need to be Elon Musk, but you can borrow the principle: structure, eliminate distractions, and work deeply. Another tip: manage your energy, not just your time. Your focus is strongest when your body and mind are rested and alert. Sleep well, eat well, and take short breaks. A tired brain cannot focus, no matter how motivated you are. Even short walks, stretching, or deep breathing can restore attention and increase productivity. Now, let's talk about long-term vision. Distractions are easier to fight when your goal is clear and meaningful. If your vision is vague, every notification, every video, every small pleasure feels tempting. But if you have a burning goal, finishing a book, building a project, mastering a skill, distractions feel weak in comparison. Your mind naturally resists them because the reward of focus is greater than temporary pleasure. Imagine this. Two people sit down to work on a project. One is constantly checking their phone, distracted by every ping. The other turns off all notifications, blocks social media, and commits to a deep session. After a week, who has made progress? The focused person. After a month, the results are even more massive. Focus compounds like interest in a bank account. Every uninterrupted session adds up. Another real-life example comes from athletes. Professional chess players, martial artists, and gymnasts spend hours training in full concentration. Even small lapses in focus cost them in skill, performance, and results. But those who master attention achieve mastery faster, perform under pressure, and gain an edge that others cannot match. Focus is a superpower available to everyone who chooses to train it. Distractions are also emotional. Negative thoughts, anxiety, and fear constantly demand your attention. You must recognize these inner distractions and choose where to place your energy. Meditation, journaling, and reflection help train your mind to stay calm and directed. A clear mind is a focused mind. A focused mind produces results that scattered attention never can. Small wins and focus build confidence. Every time you complete a deep work session, your brain expects it to happen again. Every time you resist a distraction, your self-discipline grows. Before long, your ability to concentrate becomes a habit. Your environment, routines, and choices reinforce focus automatically. Here's an exercise to try daily. Pick one challenging task. Remove all distractions. Set a timer for 50 minutes. Work without stopping. At the end, reflect on what you accomplished and how it felt to be fully present. Repeat daily and your mind will become like a laser, unstoppable, precise, and powerful. Now, imagine the long-term effect. Months of deep work sessions, distractions removed, routines followed, habits built. You have learned more, created more, and achieved more than you ever imagined. Focus compounds over time, just like small wins do. A year from now, your life could be unrecognizable if you commit to this practice today. Finally, remember, distractions are designed to steal your potential, but your focus is your shield and your sword. Every time you resist temptation, every time you concentrate fully, you build power. Every time you control your environment, set clear goals, and train your mind, you grow unstoppable. Focus is not a skill you use once. It is a lifestyle you train daily. Kill distractions, build focus, and watch your life transform. Now that you understand the rewards of hard work, it's time to take action. Motivation alone is fleeting, but practical steps and habits will turn effort into lasting results. Here are simple, powerful strategies to make hard work a habit and claim the life you dream of. 1. Start small, start now. You don't need to conquer everything at once. Choose one task today that challenges you and force yourself to complete it. Even a small victory builds momentum and confidence. 2. Create a distraction-free environment. Remove the things that steal your attention. Turn off notifications, clear your workspace, and set up a quiet space to focus. When your environment supports effort, hard work becomes easier. 3. Set clear goals and deadlines. Write down exactly what you want to achieve. Break big goals into smaller steps. Having a roadmap makes effort tangible and keeps you motivated when challenges appear. 4. Embrace discomfort. Pain, struggle, and hard work are not enemies. They are your allies. Every time you push through when it's uncomfortable, you grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Celebrate discomfort as proof you are moving forward. 5. Build routines and habits. Consistency beats motivation every time. Show up daily, even when you don't feel like it. The repetition of small actions compounds into mastery and freedom. 6. Reward yourself for effort, not outcomes. Focus on your daily actions, not only on results. Effort builds character and skill, and success will naturally follow. Celebrating your effort strengthens your discipline and keeps you going. 7. Visualize your future. Imagine the life you want, the freedom, confidence, success, and respect. Feel it, see it, and remind yourself that every hard action today brings you closer. Visualization strengthens focus and determination. 8. Surround yourself with high performers. People you spend time with shape your habits and mindset. Choose friends and mentors who value hard work and discipline. Their energy will push you to match their level. 9. Track progress and reflect. Keep a journal or log of your daily effort. Reflect on what you achieved, what you learned, and how you grew. Tracking reinforces your actions and motivates you to continue. 10. Never give up. Life will test you, but quitting guarantees failure. Push through setbacks, mistakes, and fatigue. Each obstacle you overcome builds strength that lasts a lifetime. Remember, the life you dream of is waiting for you, but it won't come to those who wait passively. It comes to the people who take action, who fight discomfort, and who do the hard work every single day. Your future is shaped by your choices today. Force yourself to act, force yourself to grow, and force yourself to rise above laziness, fear, and distractions. The path of hard work is not easy, but it is the only path to true freedom, confidence, and success. Every effort you make today is a gift to your future self. Keep pushing, keep striving, and never settle. The rewards are real. They are yours to claim. So stand up, take action, and embrace the hard work that will shape the rest of your life. Your future self is waiting, stronger, wiser, and victorious, because you chose to act when it mattered most.